On internet.
Well, what's up with your internet? Where you at in Jerusalem?
Boy,
Hey. Oh, Lord.
What the fuck is Jerusalem?
Boy,
God, no.
what you call it? Oh, shoot. Hold on. To my internet adding up. Hold on. I might have to use my if I don't add it, just trying to use my phone internet.
That's crazy.
Shit, I'm out here in the middle of Kansas. I might well be in
Yeah, boy. Boy, you got to get some energy from the Nile River.
There we
Tune in now to the hottest sports podcast, 910 Sports. 910 Sports. We discuss the latest topics in sports, interview the athletes from all over the country, known and unknown, while spotlighting the youth of today and tomorrow with host Icon E, Mr. Personality Jacob the Great, Crystal, a.k.a. Miss Wildfire, KB the Amazing, and Steve O, a.k.a. Mr. All Everything Georgia.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon E. We here on 910 Sports, Season 2, Episode 14. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. I want to thank God for this opportunity for being on here once again. I got my man. Well, he just fell off for a second, get his jump back on. I got my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Crystal, a.k.a. Miss Wildfire in the building. I got my man Steve O, Mr. Georgia, everything. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm great.
Dogs won. I'm good.
Yeah, whatever dog won. This the same fool on tomorrow. Yeah, as long as we won, but everybody else got to win by 50. Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
You know what I'm saying? I said, boy, this is full of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
KB screen come up like he about to be at a press conference. Like he about to walk to a podium or something. You know what I'm saying? Look what he got going on. KB, you there?
The Raiders and the Gators both play today, Icon. You know he on the high horse. They both play today.
The Raiders and the Gators?
And the Gators play.
They moved
today? They moved the Florida game.
Because of the storm.
Yep.
Where they play? Also, they still gonna play in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who y'all? Oh, y'all play y'all better win by 40 or something today, because y'all play a cupcake.
No, we're not.
We don't have to win by 40. We can win by 10.
I mean that's their theory. That's what they say. I'm just going by what they say. Them two always everybody got win by 70-2 and all that. So
hey, you came here talking about we scored 77 points. Not
you know what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But hey, all I'm gonna say is this. Stetson, I feel like he gonna be the reason that y'all would lose, and he's to me the weakest link.
He'll get his ass benched.
Because first of all he's small, so even though when he's great, but when he's off, and he was off a lot last night. You know what I'm saying? We got our special guest here on here also. But yeah, that's the only thing I see. But we'll try to talk about that a little bit later after we have our interview this morning. How you doing? Can you hear?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Did Jacob introduce our guest this morning so we can get this thing in and get this thing started?
Good morning, Mr. Terry. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Good, good, good. So glad to have you on, the 910 Sports Podcast. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Terry is a Greenwood, South Carolina native. He played for
Let's go
Greenwood High School.
Greenwood.
He has several awards as a high school student athlete. He now attends Presbyterian College out in Clinton, South Carolina, where he plays collegiate football. And I just want to say welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. So, Mr. Terry, you can go in detail where did it start at with you, getting this awesome love for the game. And how was your journey, when excelling and learning the game of football?
Oh man, it was hard. I started in middle school at first, and my 7th grade year, I didn't play not one lick, and I used to come home. I used to be so upset, and I was just like, I gotta get better. I gotta get better. And me and my dad would go outside, and we would just practice all day long. And I mean, that just got me better each and every year.
Okay. So, upon you playing middle school, so would you like to say that you started in the 7th or the 8th grade?
I started in the 7th grade, and like I said, I didn't know nothing about football then. I was just kind of out there to be out there. And then, as in 8th grade, I knew football, like I knew the rules and stuff. Then it just clicked, and it got better each year.
Okay. So, upon you not knowing, what type of position did the coach put you at? Just so you can try to get a feel for things. Did you hear me?
I think he was froze.
He was froze up. There we
Okay,
go.
can you hear me?
There you go.
I was on D-line.
You was on so you was a defensive lineman. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Upon in learning that position, defensive lineman, man, like what are some of the things that you learned, to help you prepare mentally, as you really learned the position?
Mentally playing D-line is just, you got to be so aggressive. You got to have good hands. You got to have speed with it. And that's what, we just practice outside. I mean, if you want to be soft, then you can't come to D-line. Because you got other people on the side of the ball just trying to put you in the dirt. They're just trying to put you down and take your wheel from you. You just can't let them do that.
Okay. So, me and your mom grew up together. So, shout out to her, because when I reached out to her, she told me that she would ask you and you said yes. So, and I know your mom well, so I know how she is about you. So, upon you playing football, how did you help her get over them hurdles? Because they always saying, I don't want my baby to get hurt. That's my baby.
Basically, kind of just trust. I wasn't the one to get hurt on playing football, and I think she just trusted me on the field. And also, she's a nurse, so she know that she could help me anytime.
Yeah, she is a nurse and have been for quite some time. That's right, she is.
Yeah, so
And
she can help.
right, and so upon you making that transition from middle school to high school, how was that transition for you as an athlete and as a student? And how did you, respond to the new coaching? Because it's the difference from middle school to high school.
My freshman year in high school, it wasn't a big transition. I started 4 games, and then I was in the rotation the rest of the season. But my 10th grade year playing varsity, that was a big. I'm going against people that's been in the weight room for 4 years straight, and it's just my first year in the weight room. The coach is even harder. Coach is pushing you. I mean, whatever you're doing is like, when do I get the love shown upon? You know, it was hard going against those varsity guys.
Okay. So I'm gonna let the lady of the house step in first. Crystal, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Shout out to Greenwood. Greenwood High first.
Yes, man.
So you play. I mean, I did my research. So at Presbyterian, you play offensive line and tight end.
No, man, they had that as a typo. D-line
Oh,
and D-line and tight end.
D-line and tight end.
Yes, man.
Okay, so how's the transition? Did you play offense in high school?
I did. Now that's where they got the O-line part from, because I played right tackle my senior year.
Okay. So what's the transition from defensive line to tight end? What is that like?
Is playing tight end is just, you always kind of gotta like run and block pretty good. But on defensive line, it's like, if you mess up, it's kind of like, it doesn't really fall on you as much, because you got the linebackers there to help you as well. But at tight end, if you mess up, that's on you. You just messed up the whole play on the offensive side of the ball. And it's kind of like, it was kind of hard transitioning, because like I said, I tore my ACL, so my running has been different.
Oh, okay.
And then defensive line, we didn't have the catches. We don't, catch like that. So
Right.
coming to tight end, my hands wasn't all that, but we got better.
Okay, so do you like playing tight end now, or do you prefer defensive line?
I like playing it, but my size plays a big factor in it. So I'm thinking defensive line is a little better for me.
Well, you 6 foot, right? 6 foot, 225?
We have people on the team that's like 6'5".
Yeah, tight ends are 5. That's true. Okay. All right, Icon.
Okay, so I want to ask you, because I want to say you probably the first person we've ever had on the show that's actually had like a major injury like that. And I've always wanted to know, what is the psyche, what is the mental preparation to recover from such a horrific injury like a ACL?
The mental thing is hard. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard. When I first tore it, my pride was gone. I was a freshman. I just found out I made the travel team. I was, the first couple weeks, I was depressed. I was to myself. I was just building up so much pain and hurt inside, and I just didn't have anyone to talk. I didn't want to tell anyone about my feelings. But when I got over it, it just brings a new, a really toughness kind of eagerness for you to get back on the field. You just become mentally tougher, mentally stronger in all aspects, because like, you got to get back on the field. You don't want another injury like this to happen.
Okay. So what was your recovery time?
My recovery time was probably 8 months, because I tore my MCL and meniscus with it.
Okay, that's actually pretty quick. You actually had a pretty quick come. I know you're young, but that's still a pretty quick recovery time. So what kind of things do you do just for people who've never been through that? And what kind of things you have to do to recover from ACL? Like, what kind of exercises or things you have to do to get it healed?
The first couple weeks is just really stretching, because you just lost all your range of motion, all strength, So we're doing stretches and kind of like just bending the leg. And then when you kind of get that halfway midpoint, it's really like leg presses, just building the strength back up, running on the treadmill. But when you like hit that mark that you almost back, you go outside, and then you just, you're doing cutting drills, planting your foot in the ground, and you're back to like squatting and stuff in the weight room.
Mm-hmm. So once you recover, is it one of those things where you have to be the doctor would tell you have to be like pain free basically once they've kind of consider you fully recovered?
Not really. I still was lacking a little bit of things, when I got cleared, I still don't have the full strength in my leg as I used to have. It's just really the fact that if what he does, he goes in, he moves your leg all around. If that doesn't hurt you good, he asks you to.
Now you
Sorry,
froze up.
my Wi-Fi is acting up. Am I back?
Yeah.
So if he allows you to squat for about 30 seconds, and if he sees your balance is up to par, then you're pretty good to go.
Okay. So one last question. I'll let Steve take it on. Do you think that you came back too fast? When it was an 8-month period, did you think in the beginning that you came back too fast, or you think you was right on schedule?
I think I was actually right on schedule. I probably was like, I took a little bit longer than I normally would have. But I think the thing that slowed me down is I went through 3 trainers. They all left. And so, I mean, I was kind of like stuck, and I feel like I wasn't progressing because all those 3 trainers that I had left. And I was like, now we just got one trainer stuck with the whole football team. And I'm like, I'm not going to get any better because of this.
Okay.
So I just took a little extra time to continue to work on myself.
That's amazing recoveries. 8 months. So Steve, take you can take over, Steve.
Cool. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, man. How you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Good. I want to talk football, like real football, like right now.
Gotcha.
Who your favorite football team, college and pro? Let's start.
College, I would say it was LSU before Joe Burrow. So I'm not a bandwagon. Football, I mean NFL, it's Baltimore. I was a big Joe Flacco guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe Flacco took us to the Super Bowl. Not
I'm gonna say, Joe Super Bowl winning quarterback. Let's do that.
But Joe.
So you Baltimore Ravens. Okay, good. Let's go there. Let's start there because LSU, it ain't really too much to talk about right now. We'll go with why you haven't paid Lamar, or would you pay Lamar?
I would pay Lamar. Lamar has showed me what he can do. See, a lot of people still talking about he's a running back and all this, but he showed you, he's then showed you that he can win games with his arm. And he has showed you plenty of times. But I think we're just waiting on him. We're just waiting for him to take us there. That's what I think we're waiting on.
Okay. Why do you think they haven't paid Lamar Jackson?
Because we just haven't went far in the playoffs yet.
So forget the MVP, forget the generational talent, forget the system being built around Lamar offensively. You don't think still that he's worth a contract in Baltimore?
Oh, for sure. I for certain. He's definitely in due for a big contract like all these other quarterbacks.
But give me a number.
He should be like around $200 million.
200. See,
200.
that's exactly why Lamar is not gonna stay with the Ravens, because of that attitude y'all got. Y'all don't want to pay nobody. Y'all cheap, man. Come on.
No, I know it. We cheap now. I can't say we cheap, but I don't think we don't have the money like these other franchises have.
Well, Lamar, come on down to Atlanta. We got it at Magic City.
No.
we got it right next door. So
he ain't gonna do nothing with y'all. Don't got nobody for him.
We got just the same thing. Y'all got a good tight end. What you mean?
No.
That's all y'all got. It's the same.
Lamar is.
Stop this. Stop it.
Stop
this, man. You ain't got no weapons for that man. Stop this.
But you see what Lamar still improving though.
Right? And you don't want to give him $300 million. That is crazy to me.
I mean, I'm just speaking the truth. We just don't got that money.
Oh, man, here you go. All right, so you say you play tight end and defensive line. Which one do you like the best?
Probably defensive line.
All right, so right now. All right, so give me your top 4, your Mount Rushmore defensive linemen right now.
I would
All
say
time. Your all time great.
Terrell Suggs, Elvis
Ooh, T.
Dupree.
Sizzle. Okay.
Yeah. I would
Bias
have to
pick,
say
but okay.
looked at Reggie White for a little bit,
Okay.
and now you can't miss Aaron Donald. Now you just can't.
That's 3. Got one more.
Doggone it. Oh, and prime JJ Watt.
Oh yeah, prime JJ was different. I give you that. I give you that.
What Jacob, you approve? Jacob, you approve, Jacob?
He got a Dallas Cowboy. He got a Dallas Cowboy in there somewhere.
Jacob
Listen, man. Listen, man. I do approve. I can see why he went with that. But, I mean, I would say something different. But kudos to that, because all those guys.
He a young fella. That's what he just saying.
All those guys that you name are definitely heavy hitters. You know what I mean? They go hard in the paint like Waka Flocka, for sure.
That's it, man. Hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. May God bless you in your next endeavor in life, man, or whatever.
Thank you.
KB, you ready?
Take that ugly ass background down, man. Take that ugly ass background. Take that ugly ass background down. Who told you to go change this background to this, man?
I was checking my inside information, my Woj report. I get all info. But yeah, man. So D line and tight end. This is a combo we see very often with recruits coming up in high school. Really shows off your athleticism. What do you feel your game is more built around? I guess on each side, is it more finesse or more power?
I would say more finesse. Because I'm on the defensive line, I was always the end. So I could get around that offensive tackle pretty quickly. Try to get back to the quarterback. But tight end is definitely power. They don't want to see me with the ball in my hand because I get active.
Nice. So would you prefer, or I don't know how to use you, but how do you feel about the tight end position being more? It's kind of transition to a wide receiver, kind of like that jumbo wide receiver instead of the inline blocker. Like, how do you change your game or your training, and what do you like about that?
Honestly, I'm a big fullback guy. So going to tight end with the big wide outs and stuff, I actually don't like that at all. Because when you make them put their hand in the dirt, we always see what happens on TV. They get pushed back all the way downfield. So when you have a big tight end in there, I think they get the job done 9 times out of 10.
Okay, so you like being a more traditional tight end?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Now I don't have any more questions, man. Just good luck on the rest of your season, man. Hope to see you in Gainesville.
Thank you.
See him well?
He heard me.
Oh, hell no.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, man. Listen, man. So, I know you like that fullback position, man. So, why do you think, the NFL doesn't use fullbacks like they once did, man? And I see it's still a lot with the collegiate programs that use fullbacks, and I always like to say that teams like Minnesota and Wisconsin and, sometimes Purdue and Iowa have great fullbacks. And so why have the NFL left the fullbacks out the window? Because, back in the day, they used to have primetime fullbacks, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think in today's game is changing. It's like they want to put more points on the board than anything. When you have a fullback in, it's really just running the ball. And, the game has become a passing league. It's real heavy. And like you said, in college, college is still pretty good at running the ball as well. And you don't have those, quarterbacks that's kind of there at the next level to become like a passing quarterback like that. That's why I feel like fullbacks are still needed in college.
So I'm gonna just ask everybody on the panel this. I think when there was great fullbacks in the NFL, it kind of really opened up a whole different lane.
Yeah.
The fullback was blocking, the fullback was running the 32 dive. The fullback would definitely get in the flats and have the dump pass thrown to him, and it took a lot of pressure off. I think off of the main tailback or the main halfback. So do you guys think that the fullback is needed back in the NFL, back in today's NFL? Let me put it like that.
No,
That
No.
depend on your system.
Yeah.
It depends on your system. If you're a Kyle Shanahan and you run that type of stretch, then you need one. Baltimore Ravens, you need one. Atlanta Falcons, they use one. If you're a run dominant
That's why
type
they don't
team, but
win.
it just depends on scheme. Honestly, the Patriots had one for years, so it just depends on scheme.
It's better
Right.
to invest in a jumbo tight end that can do more for you than the fullback. Traditional fullbacks is just kind of pigeonholed into one thing. Like they're going to block. You may get a short yardage carry once every 7 games. You may
On the
catch
goal line.
once or twice a season versus getting a tight end that you can just have go to fullback and who's more athletic, can do more. That's why they really phase them out. Like it's kind of just what's the point of investing money and a position into one player when I can invest into another player that can do 2 or 3 things. So
I actually agree. I actually agree with KB on that. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Well, I mean that's just like throwing the fullback under the bus. So I think that a lot of fullbacks, people say they can't do this and that third. A lot of them have a lot of athleticism that kind of don't get shown, and so a lot of them can do the same thing a tight end do and do it better.
then be a tight end. Or you have to pick. The thing is, it's the fullback usually is not as big as the tight end and is not as fast as a running back. So it's like they're tweeners. So you get a 6'1", 240-pound guy. Are you going to put him at tight end? No, because you might feel he's too small in the NFL. Are you going to put him at running back? No, because you feel like he might be a little too slow. So those guys kind of transition to the defensive linebackers. You see a lot of those guys on the D line, say like Icon's nephew. He be like, yeah, I played, running back, fullback, and you transition to defensive line because they're kind of a prime size for that position, and use your skill set there. It's just a different game.
Or you go to Florida and you play quarterback.
See, I just think
You win the Heisman.
I just think that because
You
like
damn
the
sure don't look
80s
like
and
one this year.
90s, traditional 80s and 90s type football, even maybe early 2000s, all 32 teams had a halfback, had a fullback. Whereas, nowadays you may only have maybe, let's say, 8 to 10 teams maybe have one. So it's kind of like I don't think it's necessarily got to be phased out or phased in. I just think I just agree with Steve. It just depending on your personnel whether or not you need it. And then if you want to run that set, you can use your tight end in those moments. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's one of those things that have to be implemented. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you could use that roster spot for something else. You know what I mean? What KB was kind of saying. So I kind of agree with both sides when it comes to it. Just depends on what you got going on.
Right. And so, Mr. Terry, can you tell us what division your school is Presbyterian College is in?
We're D1. We're in the Pioneer Football League though.
And what teams do you guys play?
We play Davidson, where Steph Curry's from. We play San Diego, Drake, Butler. We just played Moorhead. We just fell short yesterday against them. Let me see who else.
Hold on. You said y'all play San Diego?
Yes, sir.
California?
Yes, sir. We actually we fly out there in 2 more weeks.
And y'all in what city?
Clinton,
South Carolina.
That don't make no bit of sense.
Yeah. Our
Okay.
You
teams all over.
you trying to put logic to it.
Man, that got to be the weirdest division I've ever heard in football. I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing
We
against
all
the
over the
division. I'm just saying that's different. Like that's a
Yeah.
you know what's funny you say that is because college football. Now this is what let me know how college football is very hypocritical. For the last 6 years, when they keep talking about how they if they want to do like certain games or certain situations, it's always travel is always one of those things they try to throw in there. Oh, this team play over here, this team play over here.
Yeah.
So as far as alignment, we can't do this, we can't do that. And y'all the perfect example that they can. And y'all are smaller programs where y'all don't have the kind of money as some of these bigger schools. I know y'all do. So
Well,
I want to throw that out there.
I think they be talking about more of the boosters and fan bases traveling when it comes to that icon. I don't think they talk about the teams logistically. I don't think that be an issue. But I know my fan base is not going to travel to Las Vegas for a game. I'm just saying some of these other schools, FSU, what does Florida State win or get from going way over there to play?
Okay, so you think people in Clinton got money to go to San Diego?
No, I don't.
Well,
First of all, don't do Clinton like that.
If you guys don't know,
I'm about to say I don't know what kind of community Clinton is. They might be
nah, man. Nah, y'all looking at it backwards. So if you don't know anything about schools that's funded by a church community, that's funded by a church nonprofit, like it's Presbyterian College. They got heavy funds when it comes to that church community. All type of perks with the tax breaks. To check out those schools that's funded by church organizations, man. They got a lot of money coming in.
So
especially
we need to open a church. That's what you say?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Especially if this church organization is registered under a 501c13, which is nonprofit. They got all type of grant money coming in, and they got a school. Yes.
You know a lot about this, and you don't want to do it. We'll talk. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
But Jacob, but I'm not. You talking about the school itself having money? I'm talking about the community. The community of you saying, okay, if I want to go see my baby play in San Diego or my family or friends or whatever, that's a long way to go to watch a football game. But the biggest try to make that as an excuse not to put certain games or do certain things in college sports. And I'm like, nah, this is some bull job because I've never heard nothing like this. That's 3,000 miles away to get to a game. And a lot of these people drive the game. They don't fly. You know what I'm saying? Most people who ain't flying, they got their whole family up with them. They driving to these games. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm with you. But I'm just thinking from a big logistical standpoint, like from a Florida State or Georgia standpoint, I need these recruits over here. So why am I going way over there? That's all. But back to the young man. Back to Terry, though.
That too. But go ahead.
So see, back to the original why I asked him that. The reason I asked him that had everything to do with Toto Sports. Because you guys talk collegiate football. But to get into the bulk of talking about different branches in Division One, that with the smaller school, I think that would be an interesting thing on your show because
we do. We interviewed the running back for UNLV a couple of weeks ago, so we show love to all the schools. We don't discriminate. Every level,
right. That's why I asked him that because I thought that would be a kind of a good convo, a good situation for the Toto Sports, and so just wanted to see and dig into that conference that he was in. Now, with that conference that you're in, man, how do you feel about the talent level of the conference, and how do you feel about the NIL as a student athlete?
For the NIL, I like that that idea because trying to get your name out there, and then money. I mean, as a college athlete, you just don't have money. I mean, you don't, and then it's so they are so critique on what you can do on the college level. The NCAA is so strict on everything, and But the talent wise, honestly, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. We are the best team in our conference, really.
Ooh,
We just
oh,
don't
get
don't
off, bro. I
play
love
like
it. Wait a minute.
we're the best team in our conference. We just don't play, but we're the best. But we're also the youngest, so experience plays a big factor in our game. And I know like half our team, more than half our team is freshmen and sophomores. I'm a sophomore. We only have like 10 seniors. We have like I want to say probably 15 juniors. The rest of the team is freshmen and sophomores. And so like some of us don't have the experience as the NIL deals and stuff like that, you know. And like I don't. Like I said, the NCAA is so critique on what you can do and how much money you can get and how much how much you can endorse.
Let me ask you this question real quick. Let me ask you this question. So like I tell people every time they come on here is that a lot of reasons why I started this show is because when people come from small towns or small communities, they might not get the looks that other people get if they're in maybe Division 5A or some of the 4A football. So your situation, was it based on when you was getting recruited, was it based on because you wasn't getting the looks? Was it academics? What was the reasoning that you might have not, or can you say, oh, I wasn't on that level? So what was your reasoning, just to kind of give clarity?
My size. I had a lot of coaches that would text me and they would be like, only if you were a little bit taller, or because they seen on my film how physical I was. They kept saying only if I was a little taller. And then COVID was a big problem as well because they gave the college seniors an extra year to play. So they didn't have money like they normally would on a regular year. So that's what kind of messed everything up.
Okay. Go ahead, Jacob. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I just wanted to chime in with you on that, man. I appreciate you answering that to the best of your ability. Do any of you guys have any more questions?
I do. You didn't play last year, correct?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Okay. So this your first year playing.
Yes.
What is the difference from, transition from high school to now? Is the game that much faster and more physical?
It is. It's like, you got some players in high school that's not that good, but in college, everybody's good. It's more physical. Everything you do, somebody's trying to take your head off. And the game is just so fast. Like in the crowd, the atmosphere is just so different. You can hardly hear the quarterback when he says "hut." So like, you really got to pay attention to details. You really have to be disciplined. Where in high school, you can kind of get away with that stuff, but not in college. You can't get away with none of that.
Well, is that it?
No, I kind of got one more.
Okay. Go ahead.
So you said y'all got the best team in your conference, right?
Yes.
But currently y'all are 1-4, right? Or 1-3?
Right.
Okay, so what do you think you guys have to do to turn the season around?
We just have to stop. Like I said, our team is young, so when our offense doesn't score, everybody thinks the game is over. We have to stop being so down because the defense saves us every time. If you watch our games, the defenses, they're having fun out there. We got to have more fun and, just relax a little bit. And, I mean, just once again, have fun like we used to do.
Okay. That's all I got, Icon. Thank you.
Okay. Well, before we let you go, I just wanted to, first commend you for getting to this point in your life. Your journey just getting started. One last question I have is, what is your ultimate goal on and off the field? So basically, if is NFL in your sights, and if not, what is your plans as far as what are you going for college for, and what would you do if you wasn't playing football?
If I wasn't playing football, I'm a biology major, so I want to be a veterinarian. And that's my ultimate goal is, become one of the best veterinarians. Be on TV. That's my ultimate goal.
Okay.
I got one question real quick before you go. NCAA comes out next year. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in a prime college. They're gonna have your school on there, and if so, you gonna run with yourself, or who you gonna run with on the video game?
Probably gonna play with LS2.
Well, see, they ain't gonna have my team on there, but I definitely, if we did, I'm running with us all day.
That's what's up.
Okay. Well, I want to appreciate you for coming on. I can tell you a great young man. We want to see you achieve everything that you want to out there. And if you need any advice, or if you need any help, or if you need any looks or whatever, always holler back at us. Jacob know your family, so we always here for you at any other time that you want to come on and interview in the future. You know what I mean? And just keep us updated on what you got going on. And like I said, I'm still amazed by that recovery time. Shoot, that was quicker than Adrian Peterson, and we see what he did after that. So I'm still mind blown off of that.
You over there rubbing your own knee, icon, like, yeah. Ow.
You said I'm doing what?
I said you over there rubbing your own knee, like, damn, man, it still ain't recovered.
It would have took me 80 months. Talking about 8 months. My bad knees. Nah. But anyway, brother, you just have a blessed rest of your day, and you know what I'm saying, and keep striving and stay focused, man. And, you know what I'm saying. We see you at the top.
Thank you
for having me.
All right,
no problem. Appreciate you.
All right, so anyway, y'all, we're gonna get into these games, really with these scores or whatever. But I ain't trying to go long with it like we did last week.
No, I got to get down to Mercedes-Benz. I'm going to the game.
You going to the game now? Okay, yeah. So we definitely need to go ahead and get these scores out the way. So, okay, Steve, take us away, get us going, get us started.
We got the first game that started now. About to come on right now. Minnesota versus the Saints. They in London.
Okay. I'll take Minnesota because the Saints don't got no quarterback today. So,
I would take Minnesota.
What you got, Jay?
I'm gonna take Minnesota. Yeah.
KB, you want to keep your pick from yesterday, or you gonna change it?
He fell off. I don't know what happened.
Okay. All right, we'll keep on moving. Jake, you said gonna take.
Oh, there we go. Did you
Minnesota? Yeah, I tried to change something. That's my fault.
Oh, you go. What you change? Man, you stop changing these damn backgrounds over here. Like he go change outfits in the middle of the show.
No, I want something. Don't worry about what I got going over here. But
bro, you gonna keep your pick in Minnesota from yesterday, or you want to change it up this morning?
Jameis Winston ain't playing. Absolutely.
Got Cleveland at Atlanta. I went with Cleveland. I went with Minnesota too. My bad. I went with Cleveland today. I think they chugged too much. I think they'll run us out the door.
You said Cleveland. You got Cleveland over Atlanta.
Yep.
Shoot.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
I'm gonna get Atlanta in the upset.
Jacoby due for a bad game. I be telling you.
And they at the crib. So and I used to do security out there, so I know how Atlanta crowd can. They motivate y'all. I ain't gonna lie. They do have a lot of people may not think so, but Atlanta crowd is very, very. It's a very good crowd.
A lot of Cleveland fans the other day too.
I've heard
my homeboy done flew. Excuse me.
No, I've heard better.
You heard better about
Atlanta?
Huh?
Panther Stadium louder than Atlanta. Atlanta just got more black.
Yeah, you need to stop.
You
need to stop.
Atlanta Falcons Stadium is not as good as it was better in the old stadium.
Yeah, that's why I will
last year. It was kind of like what I was used to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, let's get the score of the game. We don't need to talk about Atlanta Stadium, bro. That has nothing to do with the football game. Like that has nothing
who
to do.
You
with
going with,
man? I'm gonna go with the Falcons because Jacoby. You know, even though he's been doing well, you know how it can get, man. Like he's due for to throw a late kick in the game when the game is like 20-18 or something like that. So I'm gonna say Atlanta with the upset because Atlanta got some young players that I do like, and so I'm just looking for Atlanta to get a little upset. So I'm gonna go out on a limb, Steve, because you my boy. But hey, man, like
what players you like? What players you like, Jacob?
I like Pittman, man. I like Pittman a lot, and I like what's his name, man? He's
London.
He's a linebacker that I like. So it's like 2-3 players that I like. You know what I mean?
You know what? I bought some new sauce today. Oh man, came in
I like
the mail.
Cordell Patterson.
I'll show y'all, man.
Pitts, London.
He might not play today though.
Patterson
He might
too.
not play. He might
Patterson
not play.
too.
Who might not play?
And if he don't play, I really can't go with Atlanta Patterson, man. They say he kind of hit a little banged up.
I think the Patriots use Patterson better than the Falcons do. But go ahead.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Okay.
But I didn't even remember him being on that team.
Krista,
Yeah,
you could have won a Super Bowl
You hate him
with
so
the same team.
I'm sorry. What did you say,
Jacob?
Jacob?
You could have won a Super Bowl with that same team.
Oh, okay.
I thought the other running back was with them at the time.
I didn't think Cordell Patterson. He played for Minnesota. And I thought he played for.
Who was the running back? Who was the running back when they won their last Super Bowl? You talking about the last Super Bowl that they won in New England?
It was the guy from UGA. And
Tony Michelle. It was Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I thought it was Tony Michelle.
Patterson wasn't always a running back. Remember, he was a wide receiver.
Oh, he was.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You know they only watch ESPN. They don't watch the game.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody
Go
watch the
ahead.
damn Patriots
Go on to
game.
the next
Right,
game. We
yeah,
spent too much time on Cleveland and Atlanta.
Well, this is about y'all two now. It's about you and Jake. I need to know who's gonna win. Washington or Dallas? What's up? Y'all tell me.
Shit, Dallas.
Dallas. Washington got on that black uniforms on.
Now, them uniforms hard now.
My heart
The
gonna say
uniform
Washington.
hard.
Yeah,
I
them
think-
uniforms
see the
hard.
I say
uniforms?
Washington with my head say Dallas, but I ain't gonna never say no Dallas in no Washington Dallas game. So I'm just gonna say Washington. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never say that.
No, it's really a no-brainer, man. It's all the way. Stop, man.
Crystal, who you got?
Like, stop, man. Like, man, go read Proverbs 31 this morning. Stop there, bro.
Okay, all right. Any given Sunday, that's all I'm gonna say.
Man.
All right.
Crystal, who you got?
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go Dallas.
I want to go Dallas too. I did put Dallas.
Say it loud for the people in the back of the church, Crystal. Say it loud.
You gotta say it loud. She said,
I don't want them to hear me. I don't want them to hear me.
Well,
Guys, now this is a tough one for me. I don't know how to pick this game. Seattle at Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm gonna
Detroit,
go
I
Detroit.
guess.
Detroit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I do not believe in Geno.
No,
Pick me.
And I think Detroit is
KD,
actually
your pick,
Detroit
KB?
getting a lot of better. And they got nothing to
I
do
have
with
to,
it.
man.
Detroit is getting better. Detroit got some
I
thorough
ain't gonna lie.
out there.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The last time we done picked, like the last 3 weeks, we done picked. Everybody picked that same team. They lose. So we all picked Minnesota. We all picked Detroit. The trend we said we looking like ESPN out there. So we all picked the Raiders and what they do last week. You know what I'm just saying? My bad, KB. Tennessee
Yep.
at Tennessee at Indy.
Ooh. Dang.
And some of these games tough this week.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Me
I
too.
went Tennessee. KB
I
went
don't think Matt Ryan gonna have 2 back-to-back games. It'll be 2 good games in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm just saying, Icon, man. We all know who Matt Ryan beat last week, right? So, with that being said, man, Tennessee ain't nowhere near on their level. So, who to say he can't beat them this week? He can't have an upset this week? Who to say he can't have 2 in a row? That ain't comparison. You know what I mean?
I don't think that clock gonna be wrong, gonna be right. A broke
Twice.
clock twice in a row. I don't think that bottle of lightning gonna strike like that twice. In a row.
You going for the Colts?
Maybe later on in the season, but not 2 games in a row.
Where you going, Jay? With the Colts?
Yeah, against Tennessee, I'm not impressed with Tennessee this year at all.
My pick.
Yeah, me
I ain't
neither.
impressed with him at all.
I ain't impressed, but I just think that Tennessee gonna win.
I changed my pick from the Colts to the Titans on my official pick 'em.
Here we go. Here we go, Mr. Petty. Mr.
Yeah,
Petty White.
really.
Hey, my league on
Here we go.
He's weird, bro.
I got the information from Jacob. You know what I'm saying? What he picked, do the opposite, and it's like inside trading.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah,
Petty
okay, bro.
Rubble.
Okay, you weird, man.
Stop it,
Whatever.
Mr. Petty Rubble.
Chicago at New York Giants. That's another. How do you pick that game?
Started Jacob.
Chi-Town.
Damn.
Ooh.
Right? That's a tough game to pick, right?
Yeah,
I picked.
I'm gonna go Giants.
He's playing each other.
I'm gonna go Giants.
I'm gonna go Giants, I guess.
I am now.
Yeah, I
going,
don't really know.
I'm doing it reluctantly, but I go Giants.
I'm now going Giants.
I believe what you call it over slightly right now over what Chicago got.
I was picking Chicago in the upset, but
There you go. Jacksonville at Philly. I'm going with Jacksonville.
Philly.
I'm gonna go with Philly.
Yeah, Doug Pete. I'm telling y'all, Doug Peterson got something.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville just because I feel like they hyping Philly up too fast, too quick, and that's gonna get to them. They're gonna go to their head. I think Jacksonville gonna get them today.
What you got, Jay?
They humble themselves.
I'm gonna pick Jacksonville. I'm never gonna pick Philly. I wouldn't care if they was. I'm never gonna pick Philly, ever.
You know what? The Philly, the one team in the division I've never hated. I don't know what it is, but I've never hated Philly in the division.
Well, yeah, your hatred with the Cowboys, Philly and Cowboys, just a little bit deeper.
I used to hate the Giants back in the day, especially the Lawrence Taylor days. I hated him, but
did he kill y'all quarterback?
Hell yeah, broke his leg on Monday Night Football. I was sitting there watching the game.
Yeah,
Still traumatized.
It couldn't have been no worse than that Tua hit.
No, that was the last real quarterback we had.
Tua hit wasn't bad. He just hit his head.
Well, you're right.
Other than
I'm just saying, watch
we went for a hot minute, but that's the last real consistent quarterback we had.
I got you. All right, we got another game that's to throw it up. You got the New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Zach Wilson, this is his first game of the season. What he gonna look like?
You said who?
The Jets at Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh though.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh pending.
Yeah, I ain't confident about it, but I guess.
You said pending what?
Huh?
Pending what?
Well, come on. Well, right here in the next 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
Jacob, what's your pick, man? I ain't fooling with KB.
This dude here, man.
Also, games. I think I'm playing. I'll be really changing my picks on this pick 'em.
Icon, where you going?
I'm gonna go with Jets in the upset. That's my upset of the day.
I'm not bad, man.
Jacob, you still there? You done stepped away. We'll come. I think.
All right, I'm gonna keep my pick.
Buffalo at Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh, give me your New York Jets at Pittsburgh.
Pitt, man. I'm gonna say Pitt. Bad as it pains me to say Pitt, I'm gonna say Pitt.
All right, Buffalo at Baltimore.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is real tough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier.
The
boys, the defensive side back for Buffalo.
No, and
not really. Not all of them.
Teams are missing 10 to 12 players. Both teams got injuries to backups and starters. It's crazy. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go Buffalo though. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Where they playing at?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I'm just gonna go with Baltimore just because I want to see Lamar get his bread. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
I don't think this game will hint that. So what one person don't value as don't mean that another
prediction team. Too. I'm gonna make a prediction. If the Jets do win today, we will see Kenny Pickett next week.
Okay.
I can see that. Jacob, who you got? Buffalo, Buffalo at Baltimore.
I'm gonna say the Bills, man.
You talk all that junk about Josh Allen, and you gonna roll with the Bills?
Yeah. But I'm going with the Bills because I think their defense is going to be way better than it was last week. You know what I mean? I'm predicting their defense is going to get after it this week.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The Chargers at Houston.
I can't make my pick.
Oh, my bad. KB, you already got yours on paper. You in Buffalo. You gonna change it up?
Yes, I'm going Ravens now.
You are petty.
You know what?
He's so damn childish, man.
Bro, I can't with you, bro. I can't, bro. Come on, bro.
This is past ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous, man.
It's a toss. Anytime it's a toss-up game, and I don't really know. And then I hear Jacob explain why he think the team, and I'll be like, that ain't it. So I'm gonna go to the other team.
Michael said the Commanders are gonna upset somebody.
Come on, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Come on, Michael.
Hey, come
on, Michael.
Game in the
I expect better from you.
Hey, Mike more diehard than I am.
Oh,
come on, Mike.
Hey, Mike. You remember Mike said they were going to they were going to win the division and everything. He ain't put him in the Super Bowl. I thought he was about to put him in. He almost put him in the
That's
Super Bowl.
very wishful thinking, Pastor Quick. Amen.
Give me the Chargers at Houston.
Well, I know Keenan Allen not playing.
Yeah.
Are they gonna let, with all the foolishness that's going on, are they gonna let
Herbert don't need
Herbert
to play. Put his ass on the bench if you ask me. I went with Houston this game.
I really don't care about AFC West, so
give me a pick, Dave. Give me a pick, man.
I mean, Houston, man, just like I don't really care, bro.
So we saying Josh Herbert playing or not playing?
He shouldn't play. He probably shouldn't play. They had him out there last week, and he had no business out there. And then you had a Tua stuff, so you would think that more teams were trying to. You know what I'm saying?
Like one's a head injury, the other one's a rib.
I understand the injury, but what I'm saying is like they're probably trying to be safe all across the board. Period. Like health wise. Plus, they already got the issue with that doctor already being sued.
Mm-hmm.
For the Chargers.
He's the one I'm gonna kill Tyrod Taylor.
Right. So like that too. But I mean, whatever.
Tyrod Black, so.
And see, this is the thing that all the young quarterbacks should learn. Every quarterback should have learned from Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield played all last year pretty much hurt, and it cost him. So if I was a quarterback, if I know that especially if it's affecting me throwing the ball effectively, why play? You know what I'm saying? I get the whole thing. I want to be there for my team, but you see what happened with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield almost dang near he about to be, Russell Westbrook. He about to be out the league.
Baker would have did that healthy.
But I'm just saying, he might have been a little bit better. He was just straight garbage. But anyway, I got
Icon, who you got?
If Justin Herbert play, I'm gonna say Chargers. But if he don't play, I'm gonna say Houston. That's how I can put it. So we don't know if he's gonna play or not. I'm just gonna say Chargers for now.
I think they got him playing because he's on my fantasy team.
Oh yeah, Crystal, go to your team real quick. Click on their name and see. It'll tell you.
It's gonna be a game time decision.
Oh, they already said that.
It always is, unless it's like unless they've already pulled him out. It's always.
Oh no, he in the lineup. He playing. They say he playing.
Yeah, he in the lineup.
It's gonna be ugly, but I think
I wouldn't start him though.
Yeah.
Sure, it's either him. For me, it's either him or Russell Wilson. I might as well start Justin Herbert.
Like you need to trade him.
Who you going with, Chris?
I got Justin Herbert in.
No, I'm talking about with Houston and Chargers. Well, you gonna go with Chargers then?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Even though I kind of want to say Houston and a little upset, but I'm gonna go Chargers.
Arizona at Cardinals. Arizona at the Carolina Panthers.
I don't get my pick. Boy, you rude, man.
Bro, you got the Chargers. You said Chargers.
Not bad.
Damn it. You want to take over?
We all said Chargers, right?
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get it, man.
No, I think Jacob said Houston.
I took Houston too. Me and Jacob.
Care.
Say what?
He said he didn't care about this game.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Cardinals at Carolina.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. I don't trust Baker Mayfield at all. Cardinals. No, they won last week, but no Cardinals.
Jacob
going with it, boy. Baker Mayfield. That's that Carolina pride today.
I don't really care about this game, but you know, I'm gonna just say, man, that
he don't like Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield. So
man, I'm gonna say, you know, you got the right one assignments down, and the other one can't follow instructions. So so I'm gonna say, you know, Carolina cause it's close to where I live at. So that's the time to do that.
Is the game in Arizona?
No, it's at Carolina.
Oh, they got another home game.
Well, I picked the midget magician, so you know what I'm saying.
Midget magician.
Yeah, you like 5
Little people gonna come grab you by your knee.
I was just about to say, bro, don't.
Yeah, my bad. My apologies. You know, I'll be trying to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying?
Not saying that you know.
A different nickname.
You ain't lying, bro. You gonna get us kicked off the show. New England at Green Bay.
Come on, man. Like, it don't take that long to answer that question, does it?
it might for Crystal.
Who y'all quarterback today?
Brian Hoyer.
Hell no.
Y'all about to lose 4 in a row. Y'all about to lose the next
I thought you was gonna say the quarterback Bill Belichick.
You changed to 16 confidence, Brian Hoyer.
Man, y'all better trade for Tyler Heineke. Y'all might have a better chance.
We don't need him.
Brian. Oh man.
Yeah. Brian Hoyer is serviceable. That's why I'm going with the Patriots. I was gonna say Green Bay, but y'all throwing jokes. Patriots.
Let me confidence so I can win this.
We can get blowed off the field, sir.
Who you going with, Jacob?
Go ahead, KB. Go with the Patriots. Go with the Patriots, KB. Since you
man, I'm going with Brian Hoyer in there, man. I had to change my confidence to the top possible. So I'm going with the Packers and I'm going to all my eggs in one basket with the Packers.
Wow.
Sam Mills Day in Carolina.
Way to go on a limb out there going for Aaron Rodgers. Wow.
Hey,
yeah, that was a short limb. That was a long. That's a long limb. That's a real long limb.
I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay.
It's Sam Mills Day in Carolina.
Who is that, Chris?
I don't care if it's doggone Patty Mills Day. They not winning this game.
Okay, you could have said Stephanie Mills, and then we could have. Damn, Patty Mills.
Denver at Las Vegas. Will Vegas get their first win today?
Probably not. But I got them as a 3 confidence. So I'm gonna pick the Raiders just because why not? But I don't feel 0 confidence about it. Absolutely
the
0.
Most overrated division in football.
That's how I came to it.
Yeah.
That's how everybody they based it all off from pass rush and
quarterback.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson look like he done. Russell Wilson like he raised 5 years in 3 months.
And we're talking about the Broncos and the Raiders, correct?
Yep.
Oh man. I don't really know who to pick, but you know, Russell a bad. And so maybe this game will be Carr and Adams' big breakthrough. So I'm gonna say the Raiders.
Dang. Yeah. You know you up, boy.
Crystal, who you going with?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. Like before you get started, Crystal, everybody in NFL been waiting for that big breakthrough with Carr and the Raiders and to have that amazing.
What if it never comes? What if it
never comes? You know, they say you shouldn't say never, so don't know, Steve.
I told y'all Adams wasn't gonna be happy out there with that. Man.
Everybody
told me. I said that. No, I said
well, I'm gonna say I'll pick the Raiders. I think I want to say almost every damn week.
And you gonna do it again this week?
For their breakthrough. Everybody looking for their breakthrough game.
Yeah,
you know where you know the connection is there. You know what I mean?
So I'm going with Denver this week because I done struck out 3 times.
I can't. Who is Russell Wilson throwing the ball to? Tony Tiger? Great. I mean, I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know, but maybe that'll motivate the Raiders if I pick against them because obviously
There you go.
obviously picking them ain't working.
Mad at your pick. If I wasn't a Raiders fan, I would definitely pick the Broncos.
Trista, who you pick?
And the Denver's defense
The
is better.
Broncos can't score enough points.
They
They don't score any points.
The Broncos score just 1 or 2 under whatever they score. So Broncos can kick a field goal. We'll get a safety.
Well, KB, let me
So I'm
ask
gonna
you a
go
question.
Raiders. I'm waiting for a breakout. So they do for a win, so I'm gonna go Raiders.
You know what? You know, Chris,
Right.
I'm gonna go Raiders because I just believe in Derek Carr a little bit more than I believe in Russell Wilson right now.
So,
all y'all
so
pick the
you-
Raiders, but
So now you're running the campaign icon in Carr We Trust.
Hey, because you know what? I'm the one. I ain't gonna lie. I co-signed the man all summer.
You sure did.
I can't give up on him just yet because I did.
So-
co-sign him.
So what's interesting to me on this panel this morning, and stay with me, I'm going to bless you. What's interesting to me is KB the Amazing says if I weren't a Raider fan, I would pick the Broncos. And what's interesting to me with all his football knowledge, you know, and all his flipping other people words upside down, I just want to know, you know, who's gonna catch the ball for the Broncos and who is Russell throwing to? Because if he has somebody to throw it to, I haven't seen it. Maybe it's gonna pop out a genie box or something. I ain't seen it all season. So I just
we been spam bad, man. I can't even see my people comments.
You have Noah Fant, who's a good tight end. You have no, I'm sorry. I think you have Albert O. I think Noah Fant went to Seattle. You got Albert O, who is very fast, stretch the field tight end. You got Jerry Jeudy, who's still out there. They really haven't released KJ Hamler. I think it's just more. I don't know who everybody they've gone against this year. It may just be like a bad, you know, first group of teams with good defenses, and then working out some things. Trying to be a primarily,
or maybe Josh Daniels just ain't that.
Hold on. Y'all time out for a second. Whoever this is that's on our comment box, if you want us to be promoting your new .com, you need to just come on and be a sponsor then. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
It's spamming, man. It's spam.
That's spam. Yeah.
Everybody probably getting that right now. Yeah, the Broncos have weapons. I just think they don't have a run game, which makes them one-dimensional and kind of hurts them a little bit. And their defense hasn't been playing up to what everybody expected from that defense. You know, that's why I would necessarily pick them over the Raiders. Raiders' problem right now is play calling and execution. That's their biggest problem. They have talent, but it's just they're not executing enough to win.
The same way.
Yeah,
I mean, I just didn't know, and you know, I just didn't know if Russell had a standout receiver that he can have a go-to guy, but you know, because we haven't seen it, and let's keep it real with the AFC West.
Jerry Jeudy,
but
Jerry Jeudy scored last week. Don't you do that?
Right, Jerry Judy's a good wide receiver, but they just ain't, you know. They ain't got everything.
Don't do that, Ike. Don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that in public.
But Steve and KB, this is what I'm saying though, man. With the AFC West teams, man, they really have, you know, not met the expectations of them commentating about these teams going into the season. You know what I mean? It's like,
Pat
you know,
Mahomes on the sideline fighting with the head coach.
Is the AFC West that suspect, or is they just having a rough?
The Chargers can't stay healthy.
Starting off.
I think it's just going rough, man. The Chargers can't stay healthy. Like the quarterback hurt. All the defensive players we talked about are hurt. The Kansas City Chiefs, they really do miss Tyreek Hill. You can see that. They miss Tyreek Hill. Like, that's obvious. The
But they can
Oakland
still
Raiders
win
have
without
been.
But
Tyreek
I
Hill,
give them
though.
the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
thank
course.
benefit of the
They
doubt.
can win without him, but I mean, you let Matt Ryan put up more points than you. Come on now.
Now you know the Broncos. They're 2-1.
Yeah, and they still working out kinks. I'm cool with them. They are. I can't really judge
They
them yet.
only lost one time, and it was the 1-point game to Seattle.
I mean, it's just been ugly though. It's been like ugly.
Yeah, and it's been very boring.
They
Very
won.
boring.
So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they found a way to win.
You expected more from that offense though. You expected Russell Wilson to be putting up at least 21
But
points.
see,
a game.
I think NFL is different than like college because like college, if you start, let's just say they start off 6-1, 7-1, and then all of a sudden they start losing or whatever. NFL is different because you know what I'm saying. I just remember years ago when we started off like 7-1 one time.
When?
You know, this was I'm dead serious. This was about like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I remember because our beginning of our schedule was like cupcake, and then the last like 8-9 games we played a bunch of like good teams, and we ended up like 9-7. So what I'm saying is a lot of times, yeah, you could be 2-1, but in NFL, what's that 2-1? Who was you really playing, or how was you planning doing that 2-1?
You really want to be peaking in November going into December in the NFL. You want to be playing your best football then. That's why I be telling people to be careful with Philadelphia Eagles. Like they playing real great. They playing great right now. But is that the ceiling?
They ain't beat nobody though.
And if you're at your ceiling and you don't have no room to get better, you can only get worse. And you're already like, what? We ain't in the first quarter of the season yet. Today's just the fourth game. So you know what I mean? I want to be playing good football in the November going into December. That's what I want.
I will say Jalen Hurts do look better. He has improved. He has improved. Yeah. I will give him that much.
See that, and that's what I say about my Raiders. Like our first game was against the Chargers, so that's always a hard game. Like start off with that team for a new coach, now that's almost a guarantee L. And then we played the Cards, which was, a struggle. They're going to be in the playoffs, and then the Titans, they'll probably find a way to the playoffs too. So we got a tough string of first few games, and then we got the Broncos this week, Chiefs next week. So we easily could be 0-5 starting off the season, but like you look at the Panthers last year.
No. You start off with 5 KB. You go ahead and start.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The analytics, of course, are saying you're gonna have the first round draft pick, but
you ain't got that. You traded the other way.
Yes. But with the Panthers, like you look at the Panthers last year, they started off 6-0. You know what I'm saying? Until they lost to Dallas, and after that, they went on the slide and they didn't even make the playoffs. So it's a long season. The Raiders definitely need to get on their stuff, though. I'll tell you that. Like it definitely need to get a W or 2 within the next 3 weeks.
Bro, for sure. You better win today.
Well, what games we got left?
Got Kansas Sunday night game, Kansas City at Tampa Bay.
Ooh, I'm going with my homeboy.
Give me the dope. I'm going with Tom Brady.
Kansas City. He got his weapons back.
Tyreek
I
Hill,
guess Evans back, right?
Evans is back.
Evans back. I think Goodwin might be back too. He practiced.
Who? Godwin?
Yeah.
They better quit trying to rush that man back. All right. They better keep.
Well, you just heard that young man say that ACLs ain't the same no more. So
yeah, when you 18, this joker, you know what I mean? You all right? Okay. I'll watch him be out again. They keep rushing him back. They rush the man back one time, see what happens. They keep rushing the man back. He'll be out for the season.
So I
trying to get paid. He's trying to get
with a
paid,
hamstring.
man.
He's dealing with a hamstring now. You know, hamstrings don't recover during the season.
You better ask Julio. He's the expert.
Godwin's not a hamstring. He tore his ACL, didn't he?
No, but I'm saying they were saying that he aggravated his hamstring when he got hurt this last time.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Who you got, Crystal?
I got Casey.
What you got, Jay?
I got my homeboy.
Oh, I hope Tom win.
KB.
My homeboy. Tom at the same time, man. Tom is 45,
I agree.
And see, people don't know that Tom got bad heel spurs. So,
jeez.
Boy, crazy.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Crazy as hell. That wasn't bad heel spurs. That was crazy.
You know why Tom Brady's struggling? Tom Brady's struggling for one reason.
His wife giving him
the
hell.
women problem. The women problems is a hell of a doggone kryptonite.
So
He
you
started last season.
Women
like this,
problems
though.
in public. They always been there.
But it's different when it's in the public eye.
Exactly.
It's different when it's out there.
I'm saying he played the same way though. He
What
was
you mean,
struggling in the
last year?
beginning of last season. Maybe not to this extent, but he struggled the start of the season last year. Was him and his wife beefing then?
But I'm saying it's different when the world know. You know how.
And last year, didn't he have? It wasn't his receiver core. Evans, Goodwin. He had Gronk. He had AB.
He missed
Yeah.
one. And
And he
missed
still
one.
started
missed
off
one.
slow.
Yeah.
He still started off slow.
But
he understands.
And he like LeBron before the Christmas, before the All-Star break, man. You just on cruise control. You know the season don't start until, you know what I'm saying?
And that man don't care about his wife. That's why he's still out there.
You know the season
Oh
don't
man,
start until the end of
you check it out. Oh man,
Yeah, hey.
No,
I'm gonna
that's
agree with you.
Yeah, he don't
Hey,
care.
and you
Not
know what
saying
I'm
that
saying?
he's acting like Ime Udoka. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
he
gonna say,
made single.
I'm gonna say this too though.
You're right. He's still single.
I've never, and I told Jacob this the other
I think
day,
that-
I've never liked the theory when they always would say, oh, well, he could turn down XYZ money because his wife got money. I said, they don't guarantee him and the wife going to be together for 30, 40 years. So they got nothing to do with it.
Right. That money is not NFL money.
She had more.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying, you said, okay, if I don't know. I'm just.
No,
maybe
I
I'm
understand what
just-
you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I was responding to KB. I'm like, she had more money.
I'm
But you're
if
right.
I'm
It ain't no
mistaken,
say y'all gonna
I
be
don't really look
together.
at it like that. I don't
if
really
I'm
look at it like
mistaken, I think his wife worth $400 million. If I'm mistaken.
Can't leave her. Can't leave her. Got to keep her happy. Whatever I got to
And
do.
see,
I got
and
to
that's
keep
why
her.
she can leave him.
No,
Good day,
no,
sir.
She can't go nowhere. No.
Yeah.
That worth
That
that
football
No. We
Sleep
let
with
that
that football
400.
tonight. That
I'm
was
not
Giselle
letting a
told
woman
him.
that make 400 bill go
Bill Gates'
nowhere.
wife left. Bill Gates' wife left him.
We need counseling.
But
Nah, Bill Gates had a whole nother relationship.
Yeah,
That
that-
man
he
was
was
out, they was
cheating.
already,
He was cheating.
Got a whole other kid. What you
yeah,
talking
he was
about?
already
But
out.
that was a break, baby. She was okay with that. That
Tom
ain't.
Brady got a whole other kid.
That was a break, baby.
Yeah, she didn't got married and divorced. She just got divorced the other day.
Who Bill
His
Gates' wife?
wife. Yeah, they was married for 1 year.
wife, Jeff Bezos.
Because you realize once you leave him, ain't no other man gonna be that rich. What you gonna do with another?
Oh, she the rich one.
She got money and the divorce that made her like the second richest woman in the world.
Oh, you
After,
talking about Bezos?
She
I thought you
opened
were talking about Gates' wife. Oh, my bad.
no, Bezos' wife.
Okay, what's the last game of the night or the day of the weekend?
The Rams at San Francisco Monday night.
Oh, and then we gotta do Thursday night too.
Rams.
I don't know. San Francisco always got the Rams number, and the Rams always struggle, and they ain't really coming out.
I don't know.
the gate like I'm gonna say
It's
San
kind of
Francisco.
big difference because they surely ain't have it last in their championship game. They ain't have enough.
I mean, but that's like the first time they beat them in like they had lost to like 7 games in a row or something like that. So that was the first time the Rams actually beat them in like 7 games, and they struggled to beat them then. So
Ain't nobody believing in the San Francisco Gold Miners. No.
I'm gonna say 4. Now I just think they just know how to play them. You know what I mean? And the Rams ain't playing. The Rams ain't playing on all cylinders right now. Like by that time, they was playing at a high level. They're not playing at that high
The
level.
defense is playing really good now, though.
Who you going with, Jay?
Definitely the Rams. Nah, I'm going no 49ers. I definitely going no 49ers, man.
I can't catch a
You
break.
know, first they hate Jimmy G. Now they believe in Jimmy we trust. Not Jimmy G the spokesperson, and Jimmy G. He won his position back now. Thank you, Jimmy G. But what y'all say? Y'all hated Jimmy G. Y'all want to get him out of this. Like, so now you believe in Jimmy? Like, now you're campaigning for Jimmy? Oh, you on that Joe Biden campaign? We believe in Jimmy.
Oh,
G.
here
Stop.
we go.
And
Stop.
y'all be love that.
I'm
Y'all
going 49ers.
the first half, hate him in the second half, be ready to trade him in the third quarter. Stop it. Y'all be up and down with Dak too. They was just throwing popcorn and soda on him 2 weeks ago.
But we ain't even talking about that. So you off topic again.
Doesn't matter.
Off topic again.
One sport.
And I ain't talking about no bomb ass Florida Gators fan anyway. You can't never say nothing about football.
I can take that. Look, I ain't worried about the Gators losing a game or two. We talking about your own fans throwing soda and beer on your quarterback running out the game.
Well, you heard what Michael Irvin said. That Cooper Rush, we trust. I think they need to trade Dak Prescott and then roll
That's what that is.
So what's the Thursday night game, man? Y'all
Man, get out of here, man. Because Cooper Rush won a couple of. All right, that ain't logical.
And
you don't have to pay Dak $45 million. You can get that off your books.
Right. You got Cooper Rush for some Cracker Jacks. And you know what I'm saying? He doing just as good.
Okay.
Hear me out. You can
I'll
take that money. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay Michael Parsons.
Actually, have to come from behind.
Tony Pollard outplaying Zeke too. You need to trade both of them.
Who? Trade who?
Tony Pollard outplaying Zeke.
I want to see Cooper Rush have to come from behind. He has not had to play from behind yet.
Well, y'all gonna score today? I ain't good. Hell, last week you didn't score till the last 2 minutes of the game.
Hey, it still ain't. Which guy had a bad game, like you said.
Carson Wentz, they trust.
You said Carson Wentz that whatever playing his old team.
Emotional, I told you. Okay, so how about? So what about today? Because Jacksonville head coach is going back to Philly for the first time. Yes, he won a championship there.
And then got.
I think that's different though. I just think that's different with a coach than it is.
I'm saying I think he's going to win today. I'm not saying he's going to have a bad game.
His team going to rally around him and get him to win.
All right, so last game be Thursday night in Indianapolis at the Denver Broncos. These games are ugly, right?
These some terrible games. And see, this what the NFL do, that bull job in Thursday night game, but they want people to play for Amazon Prime for these bull job games. I don't want to play no. The Thursday night games are the worst games of the season, and they be putting these bull job games once you pay for it. No, stop it. I'm not paying for that.
First of all, your wife already got Amazon Prime. Yeah, so why don't you just go and click on basketball? I mean on football, on the football game. All y'all wives already got Amazon Prime. So just go on and click on the game.
To me, that's really stupid to take it on TV because a lot of people that's been watching, say the old man that's been watching football for years. They don't got Amazon Prime. I'm just saying, man.
And they don't care about that old man. He ain't buying nothing.
But that's stupid. Just like they took ESPN off, that's stupid, man. And whoever agree with that is stupid as hell too. Like crazy.
They took ESPN off. I know they took it off the Dish Network and Sling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's stupid to me. You know what I mean?
ESPN is about to be
right.
They just around, how Saturday Night Live just around just because it's the Godfather.
Show Sports Center all day.
It's the Godfather. Nobody watch ESPN.
All they do was show Sports Center all
day. People do watch ESPN. Now you tell a lie.
Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for doggone Stephen A. Smith being on that, people won't watch ESPN.
I watch Stephen A. I watch it now.
And Stephen A. Smith know that. That's why he is the way he is. That's why he's so arrogant, because he knows.
So you wasn't watching ESPN before Stephen A. Smith out there?
No, yeah, but how long he been on there? He been on there for 15 years.
Was you watching it before that?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Crystal, are you watching the game? Justin Jefferson is about to score. He should be about to score.
Yes, I just got an alert. Please give me some points. I'm like the Raiders. I'm 0-3. Please, I'm due for a win.
Before my Raiders.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say, Lord, who are they playing at this Thursday?
Denver.
I ain't even watching this game.
He ain't got Amazon Prime.
Trash.
I guarantee you got Amazon Prime, bro. I didn't.
I'm gonna watch Denver. I don't got Amazon Prime. I'm telling you.
Your wife got it though. She just ain't gave you that code because them packages coming to the house.
He on the road now. He don't know.
He don't know. Them packages coming to the house.
YouTube TV.
Just ask her. Just go up and be like, "Hey, what's the Amazon Prime package?"
I'm not getting raped by Xfinity no more. I got YouTube TV. They charge you the same thing every month.
Now I'm gonna tell you should go to Hulu Live, man. Save some money and get more games, man. But
I got the Red Zone.
Just go up to her. Just go up to her and be like, "Hey, what's the Prime password?" I can't remember it. She gonna tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't worried about that.
It's a prompt password.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rusty, I run my household.
KB, who you
It ain't about you running the
There you
household.
go. Don't y'all get Crystal started.
It ain't about you running the household. I'm just saying, your woman got Amazon Prime. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think we
You
do.
don't run it because
I
you
don't have
paying
regular
for
cable.
it.
I don't have
You
cable.
paying for it.
I don't have
You
it.
ain't got cable.
But no, Aisha. So Amazon Prime it comes with the Amazon service, the delivery service. The TV
Yeah.
come with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's why she said. That's why she's saying your wife got Prime already.
Because she orders stuff all the time. Hell, I
Yeah,
order
and it
product
come in
up
2
on the street.
days. Calm down. I kind
What?
of went question
Good
your
boy.
marriage,
I'm
brother.
sorry. I just realized.
I
I
run
went question your marriage, brother.
I just realized
You know what,
Amazon was
man?
like an actual delivery thing.
Y'all are very comical this morning. You know what, man? Like, man, listen.
Hey, go ahead, man. All right, I'm gonna pick Denver, man.
boy.
I just trust Russell Wilson a little bit more than Matt Ryan. But it's,
KB, you sticking with them or
That's
you
how we
change?
thought we were coming for his marriage.
Yeah, he did. I
Listen,
run my house.
I run my
Goddamn it.
house. I run my house.
shoot.
Hey, that goddamn Ike Turner. Oh, Eddie came out then.
Man, I run my house. I'm talking to Amazon Prime. We got YouTube.
Don't make me take
We got YouTube in
I
my
apologize.
white people the black size flip up right.
You're right. I took it the wrong way. I apologize, Chris. I took it the wrong way.
Lord mercy.
Damn, boy.
I'm over here crying real tears. KB, who you got, KB?
Damn. For what's the teams again? The Broncos and who?
Nobody and nobody.
The Broncos and the Colts. I'm gonna go with I go with the Broncos because they're gonna lose today and they're gonna win on Thursday.
And then Matt Ryan's arm gonna fall off by Thursday because he can't play too much of that game like that. So
Crystal, who you going with?
I'm going with Denver.
Clean sweep so far,
Man,
Jacob. Who you going with, Jacob? Who you going with, Jacob? Everybody else don't pick Denver. Who you going, Jay?
Hey, Craig, real quick, you ever seen Major League?
I'm gonna go with Colts.
Yeah. They want I'm a baseball guy.
Remember the old player on the team that after every game had to soak himself in the tub?
Yeah.
That's what Matt Ryan is.
So crazy.
Hey man.
Where you going, Jay?
If he can beat my homeboy, he can definitely beat the Broncos.
Yeah, Mike.
There you go.
I agree with you, Mike. Don't take Stephen A. job, Mike.
Give me a score, Jacob. You're the only person left. Give me the score.
The score will be I'm gonna say 21-17.
Hold on, Steve. You wasn't give a score for that. You gave a score for no other game. You wasn't give a score for that raggedy game.
I mean, it's the Thursday night by itself game. Give me a score for the Washington Dallas game. Like
13-10. That's what I say. 13-10 in the Thursday night game.
Give me a score for Washington and Dallas. You the only person pick Washington.
That's my team.
I know Michael Quick picked them. He said they about to shock the world.
I'm gonna say 24-23.
It's beating Dallas, shocking the world though.
Right, that's true.
And you know, Pastor Quick shouldn't be saying that, man, because he know that communion got to go around today.
Jacob, Mike, all I'm gonna say, Mike, I hope we got some pride today.
Jacob, you pick Indy, man. Give me a score. You the only person that pick Indianapolis. Give me a score.
21-17.
Over the man.
You're asking 21-17, huh?
I just hope we play with some pride today because Skip Bayless said this was a bye week. So okay, all right.
Icon, you got another one. Give me the Jets. Give me your Jets score. You the only person to pick the Jets.
Who are they playing again?
Pittsburgh.
16-13.
No fantasy points coming out of that game, Chris. I hope you ain't got nobody in that game.
It's like Thursday night game, 13-10. Ain't nobody
going
to score that thing.
Jacob, you got Carolina. You picked Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a score.
17-14.
What was this? 21-17 again, boy.
17-14. Okay, Mr. Quick say 24-17 Commanders.
17 the number. Let me go play numbers today. 17.
Everybody said 17.
He said for us it's shocking the world.
I guess I picked Tampa. I was on the person.
Yeah, it is, right? Because they said we a bye week, that we homecoming. We everybody homecoming.
I don't disrespect the Redskins like that. I mean the Commanders.
Okay. I'm gonna go 27-24 Tampa Bay.
Ain't nobody disrespecting the Commodores, KB, with Lionel Richie at quarterback.
Oh man!
We beat them Cowgirls. We beat them Cowgirls. I don't hear no.
No. That's not humanly possible.
Hold on. Let me get this pick from Crystal real quick. Crystal, give me your score for the Pat. You the only person to pick the Patriots. Let me get your prediction.
23-20.
And Bill Belichick drops back. Do you hear some for
Bill Belichick with that sweat, with that hoodie on.
About to get blown off the
field with a helmet. He can come out a field with a hoodie on.
Man, there y'all go. KB, you gotta give me a score. Which one you went with?
For who?
Hold up, let me see.
20. I'm gonna go.
Hold up. Give me. I'm trying to see what game you picked by yourself. Hold up.
21-17.
Oh, you picked the Rams. Give me the Rams. You picked the Rams. Give me the score for that one.
21-17.
You want to pick the Rams?
Nah, he won, but I ain't getting no score from KB.
So Rams versus
him and Jacob picked the Rams.
That one I go 24-28.
Give me a score for your Raiders game, bro. Give me one for your Raiders.
Let's go with 17, since that's a running number. 17-10.
And guard those to the tight end, Josh Daniels.
Blow the Broncos out. I'm gonna say 31-13.
Ooh. Damn.
I think they're gonna blow the Broncos out.
I thought you been drinking this morning.
Denver can't score, and I don't think Denver defense gonna be able to necessarily hold them down. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they just gonna end up blowing them out.
Okay.
Boy. Crystal, give me a score for I'm gonna give you a hard one. Give me a score for that Chicago and New York game.
Oh man, come on.
Come on, Crystal. Give me a score, Crystal. Come on, what you think they're gonna do?
6-3.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
20-10. No, 20-13. 20-13.
All right. What you got, Jacob? Who you got? What you want to give me?
Justin Fields drop back and throw to his tight end, Phil Jackson touchdown.
Wow.
So the over under on that Chargers, if just to break down over under, that means the combined points they scored together. Let me see what the over under is on that game. That's not bad. Yeah. So it said 38 points over under. Y'all think they'll score more than 38 points together?
The Chargers and who?
That's for the Bears and the Giants.
Man,
I'll take the under. I'll take under on that one.
I'm going under. Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
It'd probably be cold and windy out there, especially if it's Chicago. Is it Chicago?
New York.
Oh, it's already cold out there. It's already cold. Probably already cold and windy.
But they got some. Yeah, I mean, some pretty good games today. I think NFL you can see the parity. Like we all thought that Buffalo was gonna be the best team this season, and now everybody feeling like Philly gonna be the best team. I think in the NFL, man, that's why they got the most viewers. They make the most money. Viewership.
I don't think nobody's saying Philly gonna be the best team.
Right now, I heard a few folks say Philly the best team right now.
Yeah, I said they're the best team today.
I mean, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be in the moment of this moment. That's what you know.
Boy,
you don't do that. You ain't got nothing to talk
that don't mean that don't mean they're supposed to predict Philly to go to the Super Bowl. Like what?
Well, I hadn't seen that yet. But I do have them in the NFC East though. They do look the best in the East, in the NFC.
Let me ask y'all a question then.
Yeah, you're right.
Last week, now this is a serious question for real. So last week the Eagles and Washington played, right? And the Eagles went up 24-0. His final score was 24-8. So what's this whole juggernaut the Eagles are when they pretty much didn't score in the second half? So I don't see what was so great about how they so great all of a sudden when they went the whole second half and didn't score.
I mean, it's still professional football.
So that means Washington was able to adjust to what they was doing. And Michael just said once the NFL catch up with what Hurts is doing, they're gonna struggle. So Washington was able to figure them out in one half.
But he's not anything.
Well, what is Hurts doing different from what he did last year? Because you should have already figured him out. Ain't nothing deep about what he do anyway.
Right.
So why isn't he already figured out?
That's what I'm saying. So why is the Eagles considered such a great team?
Well, because
they're playing well.
They have balance. Like
it's one thing that people don't mention about the Philly Eagles, man. They don't mention, man, how they beat up on the offensive line, and they have a way better offensive line than they had last year. Way better.
It's not been the same for the last 3-4 years. They're
healthy. I would say that.
They've had the same O-line for like the last 4 or 5 years. It's just their balance now. Like now you have to respect their passing game. Before you didn't. You would just key on their running back and you would hope that Hurts made a mistake. But now he's not making the mistakes he did his rookie year or his sophomore season. He's making the passes with the touch. You know what I'm saying? The playbook is more open. They're doing more things down the field. So you have to cover all 100 yards against them. You can't key. And anytime a team is balanced on offense, you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to stop, but you don't know what's coming because they can do everything that you want them to do on offense.
It can't be that hard if they only scored 24 points in the whole game and didn't score nothing in the second half. It can't be that hard.
Well, at the same time, like y'all can't have it both ways. You don't want them to peak yet, but we only in game 3. We only in week 3. Well, we week 4 now, but at the time you in week 3, and then it's like, okay, they hadn't peaked. But now at first y'all talking about, well, you don't want to peak now. Why they saying it's so great now? They had the ceiling. Like, obviously they still have things to adjust to get better, right?
So you don't
want to be playing your best football right now.
You said it's projection. Right. You said they're projecting out that the Eagles going to be different, like even better at the end of the season. That's what you.
I don't think that's what she's saying. I'm saying that I hope that I hope that they have peaked. I'm not an Eagles fan, so I hope that we have seen the best of the Eagles and they'll do them but get worse. But at the same time, you know, realistically, you got to think they just got A.J. Brown, so they still incorporate him into the system. You got a lot of rookies that they play on defense.
I'm just saying,
I think they defense
that team last week. I don't think they was the most impressive team.
Your team not being able to score until the final 2 minutes of the game, I think, is more impressive than their offense. I think,
but that's not what they spoke on all week long. These analysts were speaking on Jalen Hurts and how great they look. But I'm thinking my whole thing was, okay, am I missing something? If you scored all 24 of your points in the first half, it's not like they took all their starters out. They weren't blowing us out by that much.
It's still NFL. It's still NFL, and Washington's defense is the best. You know what I'm saying, that they have on their team. Like, it's not like it's an offensive-led team. Washington's defense should be, on paper, a top 5 defense in the league. So, you know what I'm saying, Washington's defense is solid. You know what I'm saying? And it's the NFL. Like, you can come out and, you know what I'm saying, Tom Brady's going to have an off game. You know, some teams just match up well at the end of the game after adjustments and things like that.
Now you saying that. So, let's say argument's sake, let's just say they playing against Tampa Bay, they playing against one of these elite teams, especially somebody like Brady. So if you think if they score 24 points, let's say if they went up against Brady 24-0, you think they're going to win the game if they don't score the rest of the game against Brady?
If their defense is stifling Brady, then clearly the offense wasn't able to make any adjustments. Your defense made some adjustments that stifled their offense. But your offense couldn't make any adjustments to move the ball. So they're not
doing it against the Rams. They're not doing it against Brady. They might not even do it against Green Bay.
But we don't know that their defense is playing very, very.
Can we give them time?
Their defense is playing very good. Yeah. And if their defense is top 10 and their offense is top 10, that's almost a guarantee to the playoffs to deepen the playoffs. Like it's very rare you get a team that's balanced on both sides of the ball like that. So you can win if you're up by 24 in the beginning and your defense is good, that can hold you to win. That can.
We'll see. Well, anyway, another great show. I think we're gonna thank our guest Eric Terry for coming on today. And we just gonna see what happens the rest of this week, man. In these games and or whatever. I know y'all gonna be chatting all day or whatever. So you know what I mean. But we'll see what happens, man. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, peace.